is a king-size drag. Fast short. My old man was a bread stature all his life. He never got fast. He wound up with a used car, a 17-inch screen, and arthritis. Tamari is a drag, man. Tamari is a king-size bus. They cry, put down pot, don't think a lot. For what? Time, how much, and what to do with it. Sleep, man, and you might wake up seeing the whole human race giving itself 3 days to get out. Tamari is a drag hop. The future is a flake. I bought a dog that killed the cat that ate the canary. What is true? gonna happen, you'll miss what's happening. Turn your eyes inside and dig the vacuum. Tamara
Howl for Carl Solomon. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets at dawn looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo and the machinery of night. Poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats, floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz. Who bared their brains to heaven under the L and saw Mohammedan angels staggering on tenement roofs illuminated. Who passed through universities with radiant, cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and Blake's light tragedy among the scholars of war. Who were expelled from the academies for crazy and publishing obscene odes on the windows of the skull. Who cowered in unshaven rooms in underwear, burning their money in wastebaskets and listening to the terror through the wall. Who got busted in their pubic beards returning through Laredo with a belt of marijuana for New York. Who ate fire in paint hotels or drank turpentine in Paradise Alley, death, or purgatoried their torsos night after night with dreams, with drugs, with waking nightmares, alcohol and cock and endless balls, incomparable blind streets of shuddering cloud and lightning in the mind leaping towards poles of Canada and Patterson, illuminating all the motionless world of time between. Peyote solidities of walls, backyard green tree, cemetery dawns, wine drunkenness over the rooftops, storefront burrows of tea-head, joyride, neon, blinking traffic light, sun and moon and tree vibrations in the roaring winter dusks of Brooklyn, ash can rantings and kind king light of mind. Who chain themselves to subways for the endless ride from Battery to Holy Bronx on Benzedrine, until the noise of wheels and children brought them down, shuddering, mouth-racked and battered, bleak of brain, all drained of brilliance in the drear light of zoo. Who sank all night in submarine light of Vickfords, floated out and sat through the stale beer afternoon in desolate fugazis, listening to the crack of doom on the hydrogen jukebox. Who talked continuously 70 hours from park to pad to bar to Bellevue to museum to the Brooklyn Bridge. A lost battalion of platonic conversationalists jumping down the stoops, off fire escapes, off window sills, off Empire State, out of the moon. Yakety-yakking, screaming, vomiting, whispering facts and memories and anecdotes and eyeball kicks and shocks of hospitals and jails and wars. Whole intellect disgorged in total recall for 7 days and nights with brilliant eyes. Meat for the synagogue cast on the pavement. Who vanished into nowhere, then New Jersey, leaving a trail of ambiguous picture postcards of Atlantic City Hall. Suffering eastern sweats and Tangerian bone grindings and migraines of China under junk withdrawal in Newark's bleak furnished room. Who wandered around and around at midnight in the railroad yard, wondering where to go and when, leaving no broken hearts. Who lit cigarettes in boxcars, racketing through snow toward lonesome farms in grandfather night. Who studied Plotinus, Poe, St. John of the Cross, the Book of the Dead, telepathy, and Kabbalah, because because the cosmos instinctively vibrated at their feet in Kansas, who loaned it through the streets of Idaho, seeking visionary Indian angels who were visionary Indian angels, who thought they were only mad when Baltimore gleamed in supernatural ecstasy, who jumped in limousines with the Chinamen of Oklahoma on the impulse of winter, midnight, streetlight, small town rain, who lounged hungry and lonesome through Houston seeking jazz or sex or soup, and followed the brilliant Spaniards to converse about America and eternity, a hopeless task, and so took ship to Africa, who disappeared into the volcanoes of Mexico, leaving behind nothing but the shadow of dungarees and the lava and ash of poetry instinctively vibrated at their feet in Kansas, roamed it through the streets of Idaho, seeking visionary Indian angels who were visionary Indian angels, who thought they were only mad when Baltimore gleamed in supernatural ecstasy, who jumped in limousines with the Chinamen of Oklahoma on the impulse of winter, midnight, streetlight, small town rain, who lounged hungry and lonesome through Houston seeking jazz or sex or soup, and followed the brilliant Spaniards to converse about America and eternity, a hopeless task, and so took ship to Africa, who disappeared into the volcanoes of Mexico, leaving behind nothing but the shadow of dungarees and the lava and ash of poetry scattered in fireplace Chicago, who reappeared on the West Coast investigating the FBI in beards and shorts with big pacifist eyes, sexy in their dark skin, passing out incomprehensible leaflets, who burned cigarette holes in their arms, protesting the narcotic tobacco haze of capitalism, who distributed super communist pamphlets in Union Square, weeping and undressing while the sirens of Los Alamos wailed them down and wailed down the wall, and the Staten Island ferry also wailed, who broke down crying in white gymnasiums, naked and trembling before the machinery of other skeletons, who bit detectives in the neck and shrieked with delight in police cars for committing no crime but their own wild cooking, pederasty, and intoxication, who howled on their knees in the subway and were dragged off the roof waving genitals and manuscripts, who let themselves be fucked in the ass by saintly motorcyclists and screamed with joy, who blew and were blown by those human seraphim, the sailors, caresses of Atlantic and Caribbean love, who bawled in the morning and the evenings in rose gardens and the grass of public parks and cemeteries, scattering their semen freely to whomever come who may, who hiccuped endlessly trying to giggle but wound up with a sob behind a partition in a Turkish bath when the blonde and naked angel came to pierce them with a sword, who lost their love boys to the three old shrews of fate, the one-eyed shrew of the heterosexual dollar, the one-eyed shrew that winks out of the womb, and the one-eyed shrew that does nothing but sit on her ass and snip the intellectual golden threads of the craftsman's loom, who copulated ecstatic and insatiate with a bottle of beer, a sweetheart, a package of cigarettes, a candle, and fell off the bed, and continued along the floor and down the hall, and ended fainting on the wall with a vision of ultimate cunt and cum eluding the last jism of consciousness, who sweetened the snatches of a million girls trembling in the sunset and were red-eyed in the morning but prepared to sweeten the snatch of the sunrise, flashing buttocks under barns and naked in the lake. simplicity, secret hero of these poems. Joy to the memory of his innumerable lays of girls in empty lots and diner backyards, Coxman and Adonis of Denver, movie houses, rickety rows on mountaintops, in caves, or with gawk waitresses in familiar roadside lonely petticoat upliftings, and especially secret gas station solipsisms of John's and hometown alleyways too. Who faded out in vast sordid movies, were shifted in dreams, woke on a sudden Manhattan, and picked themselves up out of basements hung over with heartless Tokay and horrors of Third Avenue iron dreams, and stumbled to unemployment offices, who walked all night with their shoes full of blood on the snowbank docks, waiting for a door in the East River to open to a room full of steam heat and opium, who created great suicidal dramas on the apartment cliff banks of the Hudson under the wartime blue floodlight of the moon. And their heads shall be crowned with laurels in oblivion, who ate the lamb stew of the imagination or digested the crab at the muddy bottom of the rivers of Bowery, who wept at the romance of the streets with their push carts full of onions and bad music, who sat in boxes brooding in darkness under the bridge and rose up to build harpsichords in their lofts, who coughed on the 6th floor of Harlem, crowned with flame under the tubercular sky, surrounded by orange crates of theology, who scribbled all night, rocking and rolling over lofty incantations, which in the yellow morning were stanzas of gibberish, who cooked rotten animals' lung, heart, feet, tail, washed in tortillas, dreaming of the pure vegetable kingdom, who plunged themselves under meat trucks looking for an egg, who threw their watches off the roof to cast their ballot for eternity outside of time, and alarm clocks fell on their heads every day for the next decade, who cut their wrists 3 times successively, unsuccessfully, gave up, and were forced to open antique stores where they thought they were growing old and cried, were buried in their innocent flannel suits on Madison Avenue amid the blasts of leaden verse, and tanked out clatter of the iron regiments of fashion and the nitroglycerin shrieks of the theories of advertising and the mustard gas of sinister, intelligent editors, or were run down by the drunken taxicabs of absolute reality. He jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge, this actually happened, and walked away unknown and forgotten into the ghostly days of Chinatown soup, alleyways and fire trucks, not even one free beer. Who sang out of their windows in despair, fell out of the subway, jumped in the filthy Passaic, leaped on Negroes, cried all over the street, danced on broken wine glasses, barefoot smashed phonograph records of nostalgic European 1930s German jazz, finished the whiskey and threw up groaning into the bloody toilet, moans in their ears and the blast of colossal steam whistles. Down the highways of the past, journeying to each other's hot rod, drunk off a jail solitude watch, or Birmingham jazz incarnation, who drove cross-country 72 hours to find out if I had a vision, or you had a vision, or he had a vision, to find out eternity, who journeyed to Denver, who died in Denver, who came back to Denver and waited in vain, who watched over Denver and brooded and roamed in Denver, and finally went away to find out the time, and now Denver is lonesome for her heroes, who fell on their knees and other salvation and illuminated its hair for a second, waiting for impossible criminals with who sang sweet blues so they cultivate a habit or rocking out Underwood or Tangiers to or Southern Pacific to the Black Level or Harvard to Narcissus to Woodlawn, Daisy Chain, North Rage. Demanded sanity trial, accusing of real hypnotism, and a hung jury. Potato salad at College of the City of New York lecturers on Dadaism. Subsequently, themselves on the granite steps of the madhouse with shaven heads and the heartless speech of suicide. Instantaneous lobotomy. Given instead the concrete void of insulin, metrosol, electricity, hydrotherapy, psychotherapy, occupational therapy, e-palm, and amnesia. Who in humorless protest overturned only one symbolic thing. Journey years later, truly bold, tears and fingers, the visible of the east, pilgrim shapes, prosperous gravestones, headed halls, glittering
because of the soul. Dolman realms of love, dream of life a nightmare. Bodies turn to stone. Finally asterisked, and the last fantastic book flung out of the window. The last door closed at 4 a.m. The last telephone slammed at the wall in reply. The last furnished room emptied down to the last piece of metal furniture. A yellow paper wire hanger in the closet. That imaginary sudden little bit of hallucination. Now you're really a total animal. I see streets of alchemy, the views of the event, catalog, the meter, the vibrating flame, and maybe in time and space through images juxtaposed. Enjoy the element and set them down and dash them together, dropping the sensation of recreate the syntax and measure of poor human verbs and stand intelligent, she with shame, rejected yet confessing out the soul to conform to the rhythm of thought in his naked and endless head. The madman, bomb, and angel peak in time unknown, yet putting down here what might be left to say in time come after death. And Rose reincarnate in the ghostly clothes of jazz in the gold horn shadow of the band, and through the suffering of America's naked mind for love into an lama sabachthani saxophone cry that shivered the cities down to the last radio, to the absolute heart of the poem of life, butchered out of their own bodies, could be 1,000 years. Ugliness, ash cans and children screaming ways, boys weeping in the whose soul is electricity in space. Apartment. Demonic nation. City to heaven. Nations, miracles, seas gone down the American River, dreams, adoration, illumination, religions, the whole boatload of sensitive bullshit. Breakthrough. Over the river, flips and crucifixions, gone down the flood, highs, epiphanies, despairs, 10 years, animal screams and suicides, minds, new loves, mad generation, down on the rocks of time, real holy laughter in the river, they saw it all. The wild eyes, the holy yells, they bade farewell, they dropped off the roof to solitude, waving, carrying flowers, down to the river, into the street. Carl Solomon, I'm with you in Rockland, where you're madder than I am. I'm with you in Rockland, where you must feel very strange. I'm with you in Rockland, where you imitate the shade of my mother. I'm with you in Rockland, where you've murdered your 12 secretaries. I'm with you in Rockland, where you laugh this invisible humor. I'm with you in Rockland, where we are great writers on the same dreadful typewriter. I'm with you in Rockland, where your condition has become serious and is reported on the radio. I'm with you in Rockland, where the faculty of the spinsters of Utica. I'm with you in Rockland, United States that coughs all night and won't let us sleep. I'm with you in Rockland where we wake up electrified out of the coma by our own souls. Airplanes roaring over the roof. They've come to drop angelic bombs. The hospital illuminates itself. Imaginary walls collapse. Oh, skinny legions run outside. Oh, star-spangled shock of mercy, the eternal war is here. Oh, victory, forget your underwear, we're free. I'm with you in Rockland in my dreams. You walk tripping from a sea journey on the highway across America in tears to the door of my cottage in the western night. Holy, 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 holy. The world is holy, the soul is holy, the skin is holy, the nose is holy, the tongue and cock and hand and asshole holy. Everything is holy, everybody is holy, everywhere is holy, everything is an eternity, every man's an angel. The is holy as the seraphim, the madman holy as you, my soul are holy. My writer is holy, the poem is holy, the voice is holy, the hearers are holy, the ecstasy is of the middle class. Holy the crazy shepherds of rebellion.